was just talk. Harmless, I thought. But those words were like poison, destroying people's lives, and now destroying my entire existence. To those who gossip, stop. Guard your tongue, or it will become your greatest enemy on the day of judgment. Don't repeat my mistake. It's not worth it. Anything you say will be recorded, and either it'll be an aid for you or a huge burden against you. So choose carefully what to say.
The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was once asked about the things that would lead people to Jannah the most. So he said, Taqwa Allah wa husnul khuluq. The fear or the consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be aware that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you, and good behaviors, good manners. And then he was asked further, what are the things that would lead people to hellfire the most? Meaning, the things that if we kept on doing, most likely will end up in hellfire, walayadu billah. Then he said, Al-Ajwafan. Al-Ajwafan means the two hollow things, and that is the tongue and the private part. Can you imagine that your tongue, what you say, what you convey, what you have decided to utter, could lead you to hellfire, walayadu billah. I've read something in the past that goes like this: the tongue has no bones, but it is strong enough to break a heart. Do you agree, my brothers and sisters, on that statement? And if you do, please leave your comments and reflect over this saying and tell us, what do you think about the impact of what we say? The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ further in another narration was asked, what is the one thing that you fear for me the most? And the Prophet ﷺ held his tongue with his hand and he said, this. You see, the Prophet ﷺ could have easily said, the tongue. The tongue is the one thing that I fear for you the most. But the Prophet ﷺ wanted to draw a mental picture to emphasize on the importance of guarding our tongue that could lead us easily to hellfire, walayadu billah. And one of these diseases that we as a whole, as a community, as a society, the world at large is or has been infected with is the disease of gossips. To engage yourself in the business of others. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that among the perfection of one's faith, one's iman, is to leave that which does not concern him. Like, don't talk about others, don't try to convey the news unless you're absolutely certain, and also unless what you're conveying is good, pure, and beneficial. And that's why in Islam, what we utter, what we say, my brothers and sisters in Islam, is a measurement of our iman. Can you believe that? That your iman is measured by what you say. What's my evidence? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam told us, "Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir falyaqul khayran aw liyasmut." Whosoever believes in Allah and the last day, let him say that which is good, or else remain silent. But probably the scariest of all narrations to me regarding gossiping is what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. 4 words that sums up the danger of gossips, and that is لا يدخل الجنة نمام. A gossiper will never enter Jannah. How scary is that? How does it sound on your ears, my brothers and sisters who are listening? And please bear in mind that the Prophet ﷺ didn't specify whether this gossiper is a believer or a non-believer. He made it absolutely general. لا يدخل الجنة نمام. Any gossiper will not enter Jannah, whether that person is a Muslim or otherwise. So please, my brothers and sisters in Islam, and everyone, abstain from gossips. Leave that which does not concern you so that you may end up safely in Jannah. Ameen, ameen, ameen.